Hello, YouTube. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, so today we are about to talk about tracking companies to start with when you graduate from a CDL school or when you just got your CDL. So, yep. So there are a lot of companies in the United States, but when you graduate from CDL school, it's very tough to get a company to work with. But there are some companies that you can work with easily, and they take people from CDL school straight out into their companies. Yeah. Okay, so there, as I said, yeah. So it depends on where you live. You know, you can be very lucky. You get out of CDS school, you can get a local company, you can get a regional company, and they may hire you and you can make very good money. But most of the time, that is not the case. Most of the time, you have to start with the big careers, the mega careers. I'm talking about Warner and the Prime and the rest, I'm saying? So I am with Warner, and it is a mega career, and I get good benefits. I get 401k, but and health insurance and everything. So what are the companies that you can work with? So Warner is one of them. As I mentioned, Warner gives you good opportunity, and Warner takes people straight out of school into Warner. They give you orientation training, and they assign you a trainer to train you for roughly 1 month, and you start to be on your own if your trainer approves that you have learned everything that you need to know. They and all of these tracking companies, the mega careers, it seems their training is similar. They give you a list of things to check whilst you are doing your training with your trainer. And for example, me, when I was with Warner, a day I had to back, like the number of backings that I had to do. I had to check whether it is 45-degree backing, straight line backing, blind side backing. Yeah, all of these kind of backings, you need to check them when you are with your trainer. And there are Prime, TMC, Schneider, Swift. Some may pay better than the other. Some of these companies may pay much better or a little bit better than the other. But when you are a fresh graduate, I would not advise you to focus on the money. I my tip will be the tracking company that has a terminal closest to you that you can have access to. So this is one tip I'm going to give you. If there is a tracking company near you, which it has a terminal close to you, which you can get home on time, and they will hire you as a fresh graduate, jump on it. When you are a fresh graduate, it's not about how much you make. Most of the time, it's just cent difference. And even though they are cent difference, it compounds. I know, but you know, the most important thing is you getting the experience. You will make the money later. Your first year, just dedicate and get your experience. So, Warner, for example, Warner gives you about 15,000 tuition reimbursement. So, if you paid for your CDL, and you have a receipt, and you go to orientation, you send in your receipt, and they see that you paid for your CDL, they give you 15,000 tuition reimbursement. So every month, I think you get about $250 reimbursement. I paid for my own CDL, and I went to a community college in my area, and I did my CDL at a community college, and I turn in my, yeah. So that is it. And Prime 2 is a very good company, and I will encourage, or I will recommend Prime to people. And TMC too was trying to hire me when I was in CDS school. They sent me numerous of emails. Prime too, even Prime, the recruiter was calling me when I was in CDL school, checking on me when I will finish. Immediately I finished, the recruiter was very good, and he called me immediately I finished whether I have got my CDL license. But I had a ticket, or I had some driving record, and I had a ticket in the past, even though it was solved, but it hindered my process of getting into Prime. So that is the reason why I didn't get Prime. And Warner gave me this experience and gave me the opportunity, and that's why I'm now with Warner. So Prime 2 is a very good company that hires people fresh from driving school or who just got their CDL licenses. And I'll mention TMC. So TMC only does flatbed. And if you are into flat, or you want to do flatbed, TMC is a very good company too. And because it is flatbed pays more. So if you are, willing to do all the work, to do the strapping and the tapping, it also gives you a very good experience. So TMC too is a very good company to start with. And Schneider too, yeah, Schneider too is very good. And Swift, yeah, Swift does local, regional, and OTR, coast to coast. Yeah, so Swift, I've met a couple of people who drive for Swift, and they make good money, even though they are fresh graduates. They make, very good money. Not extremely, but it is very good. The money is very good. So, of all of these trucking companies, which one will I recommend, to you, and which one is the best tracking company to work for? So the best tracking company, the number one, is the company that will hire you. Yes. Yes, I'm telling you, the best tracking company that you will work for as a fresh graduate is the one that will give you the experience, the one that will hire you, because there are a lot of good companies in the United States, but all of them require experience. Some require at least 3 months experience, 6 months experience, 1 year experience. Some require even 2 years experience. So how can you get into these big companies unless you pay your dues for these mega careers? And that is not all the case all the time. As I said in the beginning of the video, you can be fresh graduate, and maybe it depends on where you live. The area you live, there might be a small company, mom and dad company, which they need drivers. They can hire you fresh from school, and the pay will be very good. I've seen people who were very fresh from school, and they got a mom and dad companies or some small companies where they live, which is local work. They are home every day, and they make great money. They make great money. So yes, if you have this kind of opportunity around you, try to apply to the local companies around you that hire CDL drivers, and who knows, they can hire you and you'll be making very good money. But if you don't have this opportunity where you live, and you check around or you scan around these mega careers, anyone that has a terminal close to you that you can go there for your training and you can be hired, I will recommend that company to you, that go and work with them. But if you get any of these ones that I have mentioned in my video, Warner, Prime, TMC, Schneider, Swift, any of these, if anybody hires you, jump on it. But the best tracking company to work for is the one that will hire you and give you the experience that you need. So when you are fresh, don't think much about the money, just think much about the experience, and anyone that hires you, see it as an opportunity. Jump on it, go and work for the person, or go and work for that company. After 6 months, and you get your experience, you can apply any good company that you want to work for, or any company that pays much better. So that would be my advice, and that would be my recommendation. The best company that you can work for as a new graduate is any company that will hire you and give you the experience. Okay, so subscribe to my YouTube channel, BD Wire Tracking. It helps the channel to grow. So subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye.